Hello, and thanks again for joining today's episode of Apex Luxury TV. We are shooting from 113 Newbury Street, Unit 207 in beautiful downtown Portland.
Today we have Ashley. She is at the Beer Mama on Instagram,
Yes.
where you can find her. Yes, thank you for having me.
So what are we doing today, Ash?
So we are tasting some fall beers that are not necessarily fall beers. So I know we think about pumpkin when we think about fall beer, but it's not just pumpkin. And pumpkin is not the be all end all of fall beer. Like, we can just say that in this safe place. So we have one fall beer to try, and then the others are seasonal options that aren't pumpkin and that are super fall friendly, and they're all local. So we can try it together.
I love the packaging. All right, open it up, give us a little taste.
So it's called Witch's Tit. I'm sorry.
You didn't name it.
But yeah, so the reason I brought this one is because this is hyper locally produced. It's local malts, their own hops, and their own pumpkin. And again, this is Bigelow Brewing Witch's Tit. So we're gonna pour it here. This is a really nice, just like a golden color. Yeah, it's super pretty.
Give us a little try.
So we'll give this a little splashy splash.
Disclaimer, it is afternoon. All right, let's see. I generally don't love pumpkin beers. Let's see.
I know, same.
I definitely smell the spices.
Ooh, I like that. Ooh, it's nice and light.
Oh, yeah.
This is good. This is really nice. This is what I look for in a pumpkin beer. So next up we have Tasty Brow, which is a collaboration between Rising Tide and Foundation Brewing, both local breweries. And you could actually walk there from this location too, which is great. Rising Tide nails traditional styles, and fest beers are great for this time of year. They're super, super food friendly, which is why I like them. So they're gonna complement pretty much anything you eat, even some seafoods.
Ooh.
So you can get away with a lot with these beers. They're really nice.
I
They're
always want
super
French
light.
fries when I drink beers. And the Freak
Yeah.
Shack is also down the street.
So this one's very, very light. It smells nice and delicate. Lots of malt here too, like a little crackery.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is.
Now, which of these beers are for non-beer drinkers? Are there a few for people who don't love beer that could still enjoy?
Oh, I'm so glad you asked because I specifically included the Allagash Triple because this is a great beer for people who don't drink beer like regularly. Because it's light-bodied and it's full-flavored again, and it's made with Allagash's house yeast, which is a little bit spicy. So you get these really beautiful kind of spice notes in there, and it's almost warming, and it's a little higher alcohol too. So I like to tell people this one drinks a little bit more complex, and it has a lot of layers of flavor. So people who,
The champagne of beers!
so people who drink more wine are going to like this.
I'm excited
So
for
now
this
that
one.
you said wine, it feels like a lot of the terminology you're using is how people talk about wines. Is that how beers are more made now, thinking about more complex notes and flavors?
I mean, when you taste beer, it's just like tasting a wine. You don't necessarily need to swirl your glass a lot, but it's very similar. You want to, with the
Well, it
this
doesn't have the
glassware.
legs, right?
Yeah, there's not going to be the legs, but you want to smell the nose, which in wine is the bouquet. So North Sky is another Allagash beer. And this is a stout. And a lot of people think stout, and the first place they go is bitter, heavy.
Like a Guinness, right? That's a stout?
That's like
Okay.
everyone's introduction to stouts, and it's no one has a good time the first time they have Guinness, and then it just sticks with you. So this is like a good thing to undo having Guinness for the first time because this is beautiful. Again, it's that house yeast, so we're gonna see a lot of the same spice notes, but it's medium bodied and it's roasty too.
All right, what is the final lovely choice?
So we're gonna
today?
want to rinse our glasses for this
Okay,
because
yeah.
this is a hoppy beer. This is Chaos Emeralds, my absolute favorite beer that Lone Pine makes. Lone Pine is located just around the corner from Rising Tide. They're in the same neighborhood, so you can walk between the two. This beer is called Chaos Emeralds, and it won a copper medal at GABF, the largest American beer festival held in the country. I was there last year, and they won a medal for this beer. I love this beer. This is a double IPA. It's going to be a little bit of a shock because we just tasted some much gentler beers, but because Portland really helped put Maine on the map for IPAs, I feel like we had to include something hoppy, and this is the first release of this year, really, of this beer. And I just love it. It's bursting with tropical fruit flavors.
I
Give
can
it a
smell
sniff.
it already.
Yeah, like so
smells
much
fun.
pineapple and
Yes.
mango. It's like candied too.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Woo! Yeah.
A lot of
Yeah.
hops.
Oh, it gets you like
Yeah.
Oh, that's so fun.
But then it
Fruity.
leaves that like really intense like tropicality kind of lingering
Yeah.
on your palate. This is awesome. This is pairs so well with cheeses too. Like any
I
like
love
sharper cheddar, something like that. It's great to have with your cheese board. And you can't really go wrong with an IPA and a cheddar.
Yeah.
Love it.
Or
Well,
just
thank you
cheese.
so much
Cheese in
for
general.
showing us
Yeah,
all of this.
thank you.
Cheers. Happy fall. And thank you for joining us. You can visit any of the websites for these beers. Come book, walk around, and enjoy your fall. We'll see you soon.
Cheers.
Thank you.